welcome back to another Vision Gaming episode of Jabali Zoo. So I'm really hoping you're enjoying these episodes as much as I'm enjoying making them. So today in this episode we're doing the second part of our winter dome. So if you haven't seen the first one, I will link in the description the playlist, and at the end of this video should be the most recommended video to you, which will probably, because I don't have that many videos, be one of the ones in the series. So if you're just new here, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, just have a look around at my channel, and hopefully you'll enjoy some of the zoo that we've done. We're gonna have a live episode, not live as in filming live, but like a live recording of my zoo. So after this episode, so if this is episode 5, then that'll be episode 5.5, because it'll just be a little 7 or 8 minute episode where I'm just touring my zoo. Anyone that's new can just watch that before then continuing to watch the next 5 episodes after that. So I'm really enjoying making this series at the moment. It's nearly the Christmas holidays, so there could be an increase in content depending on how well I'm building or whatever. But anyway, here I'm building like this rustic North American viewing area, which I really like. I'm so happy with it, with how it turns out. I built this quite a while ago because obviously the dome was such a massive build. And I wanted to make sure I could get enough out to make videos for you. It was quite difficult to maintain motivation to keep building, even though like once I got into it I was really enjoying it. So for the most part I was just building away whenever I got the inspiration, which was quite difficult, which is why there hasn't been as many videos recently. But I have been building more. I've built some for episode 6, which is really good. So yeah, I can't remember who it was that I was talking to. I really can't. I seriously can't remember. But just go on the Bro Nation Discord. They're all amazing on there. They're all so good at the game. Honestly, I joined a couple weeks towards just before the start of Planet Zoo, and honestly they were all so nice. And yeah, you just join, all the best people are on there, all the YouTubers such as John T, Mash Bandit, Mike, it's their server, Ruble Trillions, Beyond Drew, I could keep listing, Sylv, all these amazing builders. And they're really good at just critiquing your builds and like helping me improve. Like I've improved so much since being on there. So yeah, it's a really cool place to be. But anyway, yeah, what you've seen me building is viewing areas. So I've put this kind of skywalk into the wolf enclosure, so that people can get a much better view of the path and the habitat. And I really struggled to support it. That was a cut and a half. So I was really struggling to support all the paths, but I think it ended up looking really nice. I hope you're enjoying all the cinematics and everything. But anyway, here we're building another viewing area because I'd built a load of habitats. I built 2 of them in the last episode. So I wanted to get on with the actual building. So I'm building this circular viewing area which has loads of different windows that you can go to. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turns out. I'm really liking the roof. I think it's more like kind of North American, like Inuit style, not really like it's quite traditional. It's not as rustic stone North American, it's quite a lot of wood. I was really struggling, I didn't really know how to fill it in, but I ended up just making this wall piece, and to be honest, I really wasn't that happy with it to start off with, but I don't know what happened, I just got a wave of inspiration. That's what normally happens with me. I'm building and I'll keep building and it'll take me forever, and I start to like worry about what pieces I'm going to use or whatever, and then I just get into it and I just start building and building, and I end up being really happy with it. I always use reference images, I find that really helps. It's not copying, it's just it just helps with the creative process. It really helps me. But here this is just a nice little design feature. I thought, well, it would be quite stupid to have this quite low railing when the people actually come in, and if people are looking over, you don't know, someone might drop something. So this way, with this little railing that I've put at the bottom, if you were to drop something, it would hopefully land on one of those grates, and then a staff member could go and get it back, or you could get someone, or if you were to like, I don't know, like climb out or like fall over and somehow or if you were leaning and it like broke. It's just a safety feature. Don't think too much into it, I just thought it was a neat little thing. But anyway, yeah, the actual time lapse today is a bit shorter, I think. Yeah, we're about halfway through. Yeah, exactly halfway through. Wow, that was really great timing. So yeah, I start to put floor in here because it was really uneven, and yeah, I didn't like it, so I decided to put floor in. I'm trying to think what else we do in this episode. I think we just tidy up the dome, make a couple fences, all the little jobs. The main section is this first part of this episode, and the whole of last episode is the main part of the build. Oh yeah, and we also make the leopard habitat. It's really weird. Off camera I expanded my dome out a little bit, which meant the snow leopard could have more room, so the null barrier is a lot further out. But I think the barriers, the snow leopards might be glitched, because I was talking to someone else on Bro Nation, and they were glitched. Their snow leopard habitat was glitched as well. So I don't really know what's happening there, but the area won't update. The land bridge it won't update the land area. So yeah, here I am currently working on my snow leopard habitat, which actually what's really useful is that it uses the same rock wall that the wolf one uses for most of its habitat. So I just had to do its little covered area and the foliage on this side of the wall. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the whole North American themed area came out. It's just, I'm so proud of it. It's some of my best work, really. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with what I'm building for episode 6 so far, but that's nowhere near finished. And yeah, so I'm currently now just building all this rock work. It takes me a while with most things to get like inspired, but with rock work especially, like it's I find it quite difficult to do. But I ended up really happy with how this rock work came out, because I used a tip by Mike Sheets, which he did in his garden rescue series on Nuna Kanata for Jonty, which is Jonty's Planet Zoo Park. So yeah, he did this trick with the terrain where you pulled the terrain out, and I tried to do that, but I ended up just using the rocks and kind of filling it in with more rocks. But as you can see here, he uses this large piece to really get quite flat natural cliffs, but I didn't want mine to look as natural, so I haven't used terrain or anything. But yes, I'm really happy with how this whole area turns out, and now we're going to see me do a load of foliage. This moss is, I think, when it's quite ugly on its own, but I think it works in context when it's sunk into rocks. I think it works really well as like climbing mosses. It just takes a while to get used to, I think. But I really like these Arwood bushes, I think they're called. I don't really know. I don't really know my plants. I just look at them and go, oh, that looks quite nice. I just put that in this rock, put that in that rock. But yeah, I think the moss works once you get the hang of it, and I think I started to get what you're actually meant to do with it. But yeah, I've really, these bushes, they're just both the ferns and the nettles and that Arwood bush are just all over the dome. In every single habitat is pretty much just what I've used. I love the reeds. I think they're so cool. I just have to not overuse them and find an appropriate place to actually put them. I don't know why we've just got this random pause here for like 5, 6, 10 seconds. That was weird. A little cut there. Here I'm just doing the inside of the snow leopard habitat. Just raising it up a bit, and then yeah, I'm just putting all the enrichment items in. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how this whole zoo is turning out. I'm now just doing some more fence work, which is great. I love my fence work now. I find it interesting to create fence designs, but it's not the most exciting part of the zoo. But it's necessary to make it look really real and functioning. So yeah, I ended up being really happy with how this came out. And yeah, my dome's nearly done. I've already recorded the following episode 5.5, which is going to be a zoo tour. Then here, what I'm doing is building a custom fence, because I didn't like how the wooden fence was looking on its own. It was really plain and boring and didn't really fit. So custom making the fence just really, and also it wasn't tall enough, so when I raised it, it looked really stupid, and all the people was just staring at the fence. But because I've put something there now, it like registers, so they actually come up to the top. Although I haven't really been able to play with people in my park because my PC has a bit of a meltdown. But yeah, I'm just rebuilding and building this other fence, and then we're pretty much coming towards the end of the time lapse. I'm just doing finishing touches here and there, filling in this section. I'm trying to think what else I'm gonna do. I filled in this with these little logs. I find them really useful. Oh yeah, and then I just tidy up this little area out here with some more fencing. I wanted to make like quite a really natural fence out of these thin wooden logs that would just have been thrown together by the zoo, just to stop people from going through into this random piece of grassland that doesn't really make any sense. So I fill it all with trees and stuff, just as to block the view of anything else. So this was in the cinematics of the last episode, I think, but here you can actually see me building it. More of those Arwood bushes, more of them ferns. But yeah, I think I'm just going to start filling out this foliage. But anyway, I'm really glad you guys are watching this, and I'll see you all in my next episode. Bye!